Okay guys, so I want to talk about your van dimensions as it pertains to freight dimensions. And the reason I'm wanting to talk about this real quick is just had a question. And that question is, do you know if the high roof NV can fit 3 skids or 6 double stacks? So in my opinion, you should know the dimensions of these vans that you're looking at or asking questions about. And then you should also understand the size of the pallets that this freight is normally put on. So an NV, I don't know the exact dimensions because I've never measured one, but I know that an NV, a high roof NV, is going to fit 2 skids lengthwise. I think you have basically about 96 to 100 inches in length. You have the normal roughly 52, 51 inches or so in width between the wheel wells, and then you're going to have roughly somewhere in the neighborhood of 65 inches, 65 plus inches in height. Now with that being said, your normal freight, your standard pallet size of wooden pallet is going to be 48 in length, 40 width, and this freight is normally stacked up to 48 inches in height. That's the normal run-of-the-mill pallet size that you come across out here. Those vary. Many places use a 48 in length by a 48 in width. There's a 48 by 45. There's a 45 by 45. There's 32 by 32, 30 by 30. I mean, there's so on and so forth. But to know what you should need maximum-wise, the normal standard is 48 by 48 by 48 in height. So obviously in this NV, if you was to try to stack 48, that's 96 inches. So there isn't a vehicle out here van-wise that's going to give you 96 inches in height. So that's a no-go right there. As far as length, as I said, you do the math, 3/48 is 144 inches. Now with the 48 by 40 skids, if you turn those sideways, if the pallets are built in the way that the tow motor operator can pick them up sideways to where the 40 inches is your length now, you can turn them sideways and get like for instance in my van, I have basically like 124 inches up to my bump. So if I get skids that are 48 by 40 and I turn them sideways, then I have enough room to put all 3 skids in and then be able to keep my bump. Now again, let me emphasize that this is just a standard. This is the normal size. That doesn't mean it's always there. Like I said, there's so many different dimensions. Like these automotive places, they have a 51 inch skid, a 51 by 48, I think it is, something to that effect, or it might even be a 51 by 51. Those are pretty huge. So if you're with somebody that's going to run a lot of those automotive places, that hauls them big plastic automotive skids, then you're going to count on getting 51 inch skids. And you need to keep in mind that the ProMaster and the Transit, those two have many configurations, especially the Transit. So be sure that if you're looking into a Transit, that you're getting, you're measuring it, like what you're getting into, because the Transits have a high roof extended. They have a mid roof, they have a low roof, they have the short bed, so there's so many different ones. So you need to measure those to be certain that you're getting the one that's going to best suit what you're about to do. And it's been mentioned before, if you haven't seen any of the prior videos, you want to get the tallest, longest van that you can, because you want to be able to be comfortable as well as maximize, you know, your freight capacity, as far as, you know, to not have to turn down freight because it doesn't fit. So that's all I want to do. I just want to touch on that real quick. This is an extremely short video, but I just wanted to put that out there real quick. To summarize, please do your research on van dimensions and pallet dimensions. As I said, the standard skid is a 48 by 40. That is just the actual wooden pallet itself. And then freight is normally stacked onto that skid to where it measures up to be 48 inches in height. So I'm going to let you guys get off here, and I'm out.